just when I think our GM and our owner are, doing the right thing and, they're getting things, good with the draft the past couple seasons so far, last year's draft, this year's draft, and man, we're so happy about what's going on, but holy crap, man, like the things that you hear behind the scenes or the news that comes out about just how they draft from what schools and not knowing that certain schools have really good players at bigger schools, especially in the SEC. Okay, so Howie Roseman was on Jakeem Media, which is a lot of the beat writers from Philadelphia are on those YouTube channels and Twitter. It's a YouTube channel where pretty much all the beat writers for Philadelphia are on there and talk about the Eagles all season. If nobody knows, some people don't know who they are. So they had Howie Roseman on the show. So Howie Roseman said, quote unquote, okay, he said, after Devontae and Landon's rookie season, I saw Jeffrey Lurie and he goes, man, those Alabama guys are just ready to play. Why haven't you taken more Alabama guys? Like, are you serious right now? Like, are you guys just figuring this out? Like, yes, Landon Dickerson was a really good player. I mean, this was a player that was coming off an ACL injury and, best center in college football. And look, the Eagles pretty much turned him into probably soon to be a left guard, Pro Bowler at this point. Played right guard at the home opener last year when Brandon Brooks went down, and then after that, Samalo ended up getting hurt. Driscoll took the right guard spot, and pretty much all was said and done. And then obviously before that, drafting, Devontae Smith, which was, a pick. We moved back from 6 to 12. We ended up getting Miami's first round pick, and we used one of the third round picks that we did get from the Carson Wentz trade, and we moved up with the Cowboys and ended up getting Devontae Smith. And yeah, these are good players. I mean, yeah, you should be drafting better. You should be drafting more from this school every single year. So if they're just figuring this out now, I mean, I know it's funny. This is just funny. I know I want to make this video because I think it's hilarious that it's like Jeffrey Lurie is like, man, those Alabama players really know. They really play really well. It's like, yeah, because it's one of the best schools. They come out with a lot of good potential prospects. So at this point, like, they actually finally figured it out. And this happened last year. Maybe it actually helped. You get guys from these big schools, and, you don't go by the analytics. Don't go by analytical picks. Go by best players available that you could get and from the top schools. That's what it's all about. And they did that the past, obviously last year's draft, this year's draft. But, I mean, it sounds like I'm listening to two guys that never been in the NFL for more than 5 years. Like, two guys are just new to, Jeffrey Lurie's new to the owner position, and Howie Roseman's new to being a GM. I mean, it's just kind of crazy. But, when you hear stuff like this, it's hilarious. I mean, you got to say to yourself, man, these, yeah. I mean, drafting guys like this from schools like this is definitely something that you got to keep on your list every single year because good players are coming off of these drafts or coming from these teams that are going to really change your roster around. I mean, you got a potential number one in Devontae Smith, and you got potential pretty much a starting, Pro Bowler at left guard in, Landon Dickerson. You know what I mean? So, I hope they bring even, even with Alabama in general, like, don't just, settle for, what's on the board, or don't settle for certain players that are coming out from different schools and because analytically they're a little bit better on paper from their testing or whatever they do, because obviously the scout department, analytical department, Howie Roseman bumps heads on each side of that front. And it gets really annoying when you see a player that gets drafted here and you're like, I have no idea who that is. And in the past few seasons, besides last year, that's what we've been getting every single year. So, this is just one of those, how the hell did like, seriously? Like, did they like, what are all these other scouts looking at? Like, what schools are you telling them to go look at before last year? I mean, from all these horrible draft picks. I mean, maybe it's about time we're actually going to be drafting, well in the first round, because, with those second round picks, not that bad. Mostly these, 4th to 6th, 7th round picks, mostly day 3, we have a lot more picks, but it doesn't make up, we've hit on some, but it's just the first rounders that have really just, made me scratch my head. And like I said, this year, last year, really good drafts. Last year was an A- for me. This year was an A++, plus. So let me know in the comment section just on this topic in general. Just what do you guys think about Howie Roseman, and Jeffrey Lurie's like, you know what, drafting Alabama guys, man, we got to start. Like, really, really, dude. So guys, let me know in the comment section below. It was pretty funny when I heard about it. So other than that, guys, I'll see you guys later. Shakes, what up, Falls? Peace out, guys. Peace.